Hey guys, it's February of 2015, and this April 27th, I'll be celebrating 10 years clean from drugs. So today I want to go over a little bit about my drug history. Back in high school, I smoked pot for the last 2 years of high school, junior and senior year, just about every day. And then I left for school and I got away from that kind of lifestyle. But after I finished school, when I was about 25 years old, I started experimenting with cocaine, and my girlfriend at the time was a crack addict, but she liked doing cocaine too. And one night we ran out of cocaine, and I asked her, I said, well, can I try that crack? And it took her some convincing, but eventually she let me, and I tried it, and instantaneously I was an addict. I was hooked from the first hit, which is not usually how it happens. Usually it takes continuous drug use. After a period, a couple months, maybe you start to become an addict, but for me it was just instantaneous. Crack is actually the most addictive drug there is on the planet, and that's true because it gets you high from the moment you inhale it. It gets you high in about 4 to 6 seconds, and that's why they say it's the most addictive drug. I smoked crack for 2.5 years, and I've been clean for 10 years, so I've been clean 4 times as long as I've smoked crack, but I'm still an addict for life. I'll always be an addict for life. As far as alcohol, I've been sober since May 1st of 2011, and as some of you know, I'm a drug counselor. For part of my job is I'm a drug counselor, and right now I have one group that I run, and I see one individual for one-on-one sessions. I hope to expand that even further in the future. It bothers me that I'm an addict for life. My main trigger is when things get out of control with my life, beyond more than I can handle. In 2009, I was studying accounting, and I just realized I just didn't have the aptitude for it. And what I did is I took a drive to the old neighborhood that I used to do drugs in, and I looked around for dealers. They used to just when I used, they were just hitting every street corner. But this was 4 years after I had used, and the dealers weren't on the corners anymore. And I didn't want to get out of my car and talk to other users and find drugs or whatever. I wasn't. I said, you know what? I said, I'm just gonna get out of here. And so I went home. I quit school. I dropped out of school. And I didn't return until 1 year later when I started studying substance abuse counseling. I finished school in December of 2012, and 6 months later I got my first job in the field. Originally my job title still is recovery specialist, and it's a peer position, but my boss, he gave me a group to do, and then that led to some one-on-one counseling, and things have been going pretty well for that. I still have cravings, but they're usually more for alcohol. I had such a terrible time when I was on crack. It was the worst period of my life. That I'm able, if I do have a craving, I'm able to talk myself out of it because I don't want to go back there. It was just too terrible. Sometimes I want to drop out of life and just start drinking, but it's easier to quit than it is to keep trying, and something just keeps driving me to stay clean and sober and keep going on the path I'm at. I'm in a pretty good position in my life right now. I like the way things are going for me, and I don't want to mess that up. So that's it for today. Thanks for listening, and thanks for all your support, and have a great week.